Tonight, from Dublin, it's the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Dublin Antlers. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Automatic first down.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but and he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this.
Trubisky.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
And he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
He is good. Makes the score Bears 3. Antlers.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will take it. In for the touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out the gate this strong,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
He's sacked. A loss of 7 yards.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now Murray off play action. Sliding out of. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time.
3-yard line.
On play action, it's Murray. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Score. It's a touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now Bolden on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
23-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Anthony Firkser. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st down, Chicago.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
A loss of 7 yards.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again.
Loss of 8 yards.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's taken to the 26. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Murray rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And that's their second charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. This will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal.
3-yard line.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score Antlers 13, Bears 3.
Take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Trenton Cannon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
No good.
So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st down, Bears.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Bears 1st down.
Again, it's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
A loss of 5 yards.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive 1st half to get that lead. To try again after the sack. Trubisky, and he finds Montgomery complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Chicago.
Out of the gun, Trubisky under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On third down, Trubisky. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
A loss of 8 yards.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
First and 10 at their own 11.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Off the play fake. Murray on the move to his left. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Off play action. Murray. This will be caught inside the 10. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
8-yard line.
From the gun, a run with Cannon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Bears.
On 2nd down, it's Cannon, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no return for Bolden. It's a touchback, and out it comes to the 25-yard line. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way. As well as...
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
We gonna go when he get home. I don't know. He's not home though.
On 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
He by his grandmother.
Not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the
come on, don't mess the pillows up, stop.
And that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
First and 10.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. It was still
I called it, Mike.
to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would
He
think
didn't answer, Mike.
this is
Must be
today's
asleep or
NFL.
something.
You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, and throws it away. Steps away. And this will be caught by Mooney. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown. Darnell Mooney, an 80-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
And no return for Bolden. It's a touchback, and out it comes to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On first down, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Being chased out left. That's complete to Mooney. And all the way down to the 26. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll roll him out right. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So we've come to halftime. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
They'll take over. First down and 10.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
35-yard line.
Off the play fake. Murray sliding out of the pocket. That is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Gonzalez now to add the extra point.
Brendan, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no return for Bolden. It's a touchback, and out it comes to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive. Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. 30, the 20, touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears claw one back. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. To throw, it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. There he goes, right side. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And this offense continues to pour it on. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Trubisky leaves with Montgomery on the draw. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to that led to the sack.
Now it's Trubisky. He can run for it, and he will. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Isaiah Simmons. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
At their own 20.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time. Let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 76 6 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Makes the score.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
The Chicago offense set to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket?
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Now Trubisky to throw. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
24-yard gain.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Trubisky. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And the Bears' 1st down.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You.
Trubisky will throw. Rolling to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean.
Now Trubisky lost the football, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Darnell Mooney, 67 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now a throw over the middle, and And he's got it to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Now Trubisky, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
That is caught at the 7. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Darnell Mooney, 32 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky, wide open receiver, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller.
Complete.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Second and inches at the 31.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
58, right over there. Yeah, Mike, 58.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Ferkser, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are able to make things a bit more respectable. And he's able to put it through.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. They'll roll him out right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Play action. Now it's Murray out to his left. And that is incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. But it'll be second down.
Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
On play action, it's Murray rolling to his left. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there. 48 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Trenton Cannon with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Bolden on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right in
trouble, and he's taken down.
Plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
His guys take over 1st and 10.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
On the move to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Steps away. And this one is incomplete.
Darnell Mooney, the target there.
And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Coverage on the play.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Rolling to his left. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Now Bolden on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. His throw incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down.
Hula Baker there on the coverage.
Out of the gun, Trubisky caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Cairo Santos.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Had no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
25 yards there on the catch and run. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Here's Murray from midfield, sliding out of the pocket. 20! And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
Tonight,
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And now they'll face the prospect of a long, albeit happy flight across the Atlantic. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop.
Flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the